On our first day in Seoul we went on this full-day tour. Our guide was friendly, approachable and had excellent English, which helped us non-Korean speakers a great deal. BK was great, telling us in advance what was coming up, clear on meetup times and places. It's a shame some people just can't do as requested, and very knowledgeable. For us as our first day in Korea and first visit to Korea, the itinerary was a good introduction to the history and culture of Korea. I'd have liked longer in some of the places we visited just to meander and take in the atmosphere more, but I get that this is often the nature of tours. The itinerary wasn't exactly as I'd thought but worked well. One add-in was a visit to a ginseng producer, which was interesting but was really just to get us to buy the product, which I resisted, as although I totally understand it was a high-quality product, it was too expensive for me. Lunch was simple, tasty and good value, ordered ahead to save precious time. Would I go again? Yes, I would, but I'd probably not go the day after arrival as already tired. There was a lot of standing and walking for my old feet. My assigned tour guide was punctual. Fortunately, I was the only tourist for this exhilarating tour. BK was knowledgeable of the country's history, current event, and was readily available to answer all of my questions. The highlight of the tour was the lunch, not that the rest of the places we visited were not the highlight. Smiley face emoji. We had a delectable lunch at a vegan restaurant. I enjoyed the food, the ambience, and the ladies who were attentive of our needs during lunch. BK, thank you so much for a very memorable tour of your historical city. Park Sin-sing did his very best to cater to all of us he's on tour with. At some point, I worried if he's a bit cold since it was winter and I could see his eyes tearing up sometimes. But despite this, he always smiled at us and answered our questions. Highly recommend this tour. Enjoyed this tour with a lovely guide who explained the itinerary well and gave us sufficient time for each location. We had a good bunch of tour group mates, so everyone had a great time, including several of us solo travelers. Guide remained contactable day after when martial law happened overnight to provide reassurance. Lizzie has been the best tour guide so far. Extremely patient with all queries, would take the time to help people take photo and recommend spots to take photos, simple things like also explaining the dishes table by table and stepping out the bus to say goodbye to. Yoon, our tour guide, was very helpful in organizing and managing the tour smoothly. She already had organized a lunch prior attendance of restaurant and accommodate all members of tour. Yoon had the knowledge of history of the places where we visited. If you want an overview of Seoul before going on your own, this is a good tour. Yoon, our guide, was very hardworking and fun. She will take your picture anytime and would even suggest it. Our itinerary changed a bit due to closure of palaces after Chuseok, so plan your tour and make sure you don't go during any Korean holiday. Overall, this tour was well worth it, especially if it's your first time in Korea. Highly recommended. Our guide Lizzie was lovely, explained a lot about history and even offered to take pictures. The lunch was good and our group was very chatty. We enjoyed the day a lot. We wouldn't have been able to do all those activities in less than 3 days, but this tour enabled us to do everything in just a few hours. Very recommendable. My mom and I had a very fun tour with the tour guide Mr. Park. He is very helpful, polite and knowledgeable. My mom got sore legs while we were on the trip and Mr. Park gave my mom the chair to sit. The tour covers several places, time is good, and includes good quality lunch. Highly recommended. We had the best tour guide, Charles. We love how he focused on the important facts, on the sites we needed to see instead of unnecessary trips. Charles gave us a good history about Korea, its people and culture. He wasn't just informative but he was entertaining too. It was a very fun tour. When we book a tour again, I hope Charles will be our tour guide again. The country is so beautiful and I know there's so much to see. We will explore more. Thank you, Charles, for the wonderful experience and adventure.